Happy Friday from Mrs. Belimbin and Cece today. We're getting a slower start. We're still in our jammies, but we have made it through almost 2 full weeks of online learning. Again, you guys, I am so proud of you. You guys have been working so hard, and I love seeing all the work from your parents. So today I will see you on Zoom for 2 different reasons. If you're in my reading class, I'll see you at 10 a.m. for our spelling test. And if you're a 3rd grader, which is all of you, I will see you at 11 a.m. for science presentations. So make sure you have your report and your visual so that you can share with the class. I will see you later today. Bye. Okay, guys, we are switching gears just for today. We're going to do temperature for just today, and then we'll move on to a different form of measurement next week. So you guys are all familiar with a thermometer. It measures temperature, and that's how hot or how cold something is in degrees. So we've been talking a little bit about degrees Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius in science this week, so that kind of works out well. So a couple things that I want to show you is in the United States, we use Fahrenheit. So if I drew a thermometer here, okay, way down here at the bottom, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? That is where water freezes. So in order for it to snow, we need water in the air, and we also need it to be 32 degrees or colder, okay? If we're making some pasta and we need that water to boil, we gotta go all the way up here to 212 degrees Fahrenheit. That is boiling. Okay, but just a regular old sunny day outside, like in the summertime, that's gonna be somewhere kind of in the, let's say the 80s or 90 degrees. And this is my sunny day, okay? Lately it's been about 50 or 60, which is pretty warm for right now. But in the summertime, usually 80 or 90 is where we start sweating and we're outside playing, we go swimming. Okay, so 32 degrees is where water freezes, 212 is boiling, 80 or 90 is our hot sunny day. Okay, so we're gonna decide which is warmer, which is colder. So tell which temperature is warmer, 85 or 60. This one's pretty straightforward. The bigger number is warmer. So out of 85 or 60, which one would I rather go swimming in my pool? I'd rather it be 85 degrees if I'm gonna go swimming. 60 degrees is still a little chilly. 60 degrees is what the weather was last week. It was warm, we were in t-shirts, but I could still wear pants comfortably, and I definitely wouldn't want to go jump in a cold pool yet. 85 is greater than 60, so 85 degrees is warmer than 60 degrees. Now we're gonna write the temperature. Here's where it gets a little tricky, okay? So I'm gonna zoom in here for you guys. Now, sometimes the thermometer is exactly where the number is. So if I were to measure where this thermometer is, this says 90. It's exactly at 90. That one's pretty straightforward. And it also, this thermometer is reading degrees Fahrenheit. I cannot forget to label degrees Fahrenheit. I do not want to be outside when it is 90 degrees Celsius. That would be way too hot. But 90 degrees Fahrenheit, that's a really hot summer day. Now, when we're on this one over here, okay, this is where it gets a little tricky because I would like to count by ones. So 60, 61, 62. But watch, if I keep counting by ones, here's 70, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. That means this line has to be 65, but it's telling me that it's 70, okay? So I have to go 10 degrees and I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks. In this case, we are counting by twos. So 62, 64, 66, 68, 70. So we need to keep that in mind that these are going up by 2 degrees each, okay? So this line right here is not 62, but it's 64 degrees Fahrenheit. I'd like you to try the next two on your own, okay? Now on the back, you are going to do this same thing. Got 4 more. Now, it gets a little tricky because we were just counting in twos, but look, this one goes between 80 and 90 and has an 85. So this one's counting by ones. This one, we're back to counting by twos again, and by twos again. It gets a little tricky sometimes. Now, tell which temperature is hotter. You're looking for the bigger number here. Is 27 degrees or 100 degrees hotter? 100, most certainly. Okay, and then there's a couple more questions that you're gonna have to think about. Then if we have some extra time, which I think you will, we've got some task cards for you guys to do. Okay, so I don't know if I told you, but this is on page 183, 184, okay. After that, in your math packet here for the week, there is temperature scoot. So it's not in the back, it's right before your measure-a-thon from yesterday. Right here, it's just a blank paper here, temperature task cards. And I'm gonna flip to my other screen here. Okay, so here are the task cards. So you are going to decipher or decide what the temperature is for each of these cards. I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see each of these, okay? So for number 1, decide what the temperature is. Now these ones are going up by 5. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. This one is halfway between 50 and 60. So number 1, I see is 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not forget to label. Number 2, 3, 4. I'm going to keep scrolling. You can pause the video if you need to. I also put this in your parents' email. The next 4. Now, the next page is going to get a little trickier. These ones say, what is the temperature if it is 5 degrees less? So you have to decide what is the temperature and what would it be if it's 5 less. So if I'm counting by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Right now it's at 75. But it says, what if it's 5 degrees less? So I got to go down 5 degrees. It would be 70 degrees. Some say 5 degrees less. Some say 10 degrees more, 5 degrees more, 5 degrees more, 5 degrees less, 5 degrees more, 10 degrees less. Have fun, guys. In reading, the number 1 thing you need to do is make sure you are ready for that spelling test. So you can flip to this page right here. Here are all your spelling words. We're going to take our spelling test at 10 a.m. and you will already have your paper numbered 1 through 18. If you are not ready for your spelling test, that's what you're doing right now, practicing. However, if you are ready for your spelling test, then we've got some practice in other areas. So your reading checklist is right here. On the back, you have the connect to writing. So we're going to make short, choppy sentences. And we're going to combine them to make your writing smoother. This is a really, really important skill, especially as we are going and doing our narratives right now. Let's start at number one. Or let me just show you these sentences here. So it says, Sam walked up the hill. The hill was nearby. What it's asking you to do is take out the pieces that are repetitive or that are the same in both. So Sam walked up the hill was nearby. I have the hill twice. Okay, so I can cross out the hill once. Sam walked up, the hill was nearby. That also doesn't make sense. So I'm going to rearrange it a little bit to make sense. So I'm going to take this, Sam walked up the nearby hill. Sam walked up the nearby hill. That makes a lot more sense, and it's less choppy sounding than Sam walked up the hill. The hill was nearby. Okay, let's do another one. They wait to skate. They wait eagerly. I have they wait twice. They wait, they wait. I'm going to cross out one of them. They wait to skate eagerly. I think I can make it more sense by rearranging this adverb. How do they wait? They wait eagerly to skate. They wait eagerly to skate. It makes a lot more sense if we rearrange. So there are 4 here. We're going to do one together, and then the rest of the 3 are on your own. We rode our sleds. We rode today. What part is repetitive? We rode our sleds today. That could make sense, or you could rearrange it. So today we rode our sleds. That part's up to you. Okay? This specifically says we're going to move the adverb, so you do what you need to do to make sure it makes sense as you are crossing out one of the parts that is the same. We rode, I crossed that one. I don't need to write we rode twice. So that is your number 1 job. And then if you are done with that, I want you to take a look through this whole packet. Were you able to do your proofreading for spelling? Were you able to do both main idea and details? Were you able to do all the compound pages? That, I want you to see if you were done with that. Were you able to do journal time earlier this week? Okay. Were you able to do these practice pages here on Thursday? If you have time, I want you to go back. It's all really good practice. Okay, see you for our spelling test.